The sun's out here in Southampton, so the West Indians are out. Mikey Holding is back with me. We finally got some good weather and some smiles from Mikey. The West Indies will indeed be out at their GS Bowl come tomorrow up against South Africa. Already looking defeated South Africa, but we've heard so many times before that you never underestimate your opponent, Mikey. So how do you want to see the West Indies approach this one?
The first thing I would like to see is that they select a slightly different team. No wholesale changes, not because they lose a game you make wholesale changes, but I thought from the very first game that the bowling was a little bit light. I want to see some specialist bowlers playing for the West Indies, and I think Kemar Roach is one of those that should be in this team. You want to make sure that you have got bowlers in your team that can get batsmen out, not bowlers that will depend on batsmen slugging and batsmen chasing runs to get themselves out. And I think Kemar Roach, along with the other bowlers that are there now, should do the job. In my opinion, Brathwaite should make way for Kemar Roach.
All right, well, in that last match against Australia, of course, the West Indies came under some criticism about how Jason Holder rotated his bowlers, but they also got a lot of praise as well, given the fact that it only ended up as a 15-run loss. Anything else you want to see them change from that one?
I don't see where the criticism came from. I can't complain about Jason Holder's captaincy and the way he rotated his bowlers. He used the ammunition that he had. Unfortunately, some of the ammunition was not as bright as some other ammunition that he could have had. And I think the way he handled the team, no one can fault that. If he had another strike bowler, obviously he would have brought that other strike bowler on when Australia were 5-6 wickets down, and perhaps they would have bowled Australia out a little bit cheaply. I can't criticize Jason Holder for that.
All right, let's talk about South Africa now, because there is another West Indian link. Their former West Indies coach, Otis Gibson, is now the South African coach there. But of course, he said these are tough times now. So how does he rally the troops to approach this West Indies team tomorrow?
One thing he'll be telling them, there's no wrist spinner in the West Indies team. And of course, we know that the South African batsmen have struggled a bit with the wrist spinner, as they call them sometimes, the mystery spinner. And he'll be telling them there's nothing like that here. He'll also be telling them be careful of the West Indies fast bowlers. They have some pretty good fast bowlers, some guys with some reasonably good pace. And he'll more than likely say to them, listen, it won't do a lot for too long, as we have seen throughout this tournament. Be careful, get a good start, and then try and hope to build on that. As far as his bowling is concerned, you know, they are without Dale Steyn, who is a big loss. Lungi Ngidi also injured, but they have enough bowling there to trouble the West Indies. They more than likely, I think, will play two spinners, and that is what the West Indies have to be careful of.
Now, quickly, with pressure, of course, comes a lot of rumours that swirl around, so I'll pick your brain on this one. Do you think that if South Africa do indeed lose this match to the West Indies and eventually just bow out of the World Cup a lot earlier than they expected, do you think Otis Gibson and Faf du Plessis' jobs are on the line? Well,
when I was in South Africa this last South African summer, northern winter, I heard rumours that the CEO of the South Africa Cricket Association had said that if South Africa did not win the World Cup, that Otis Gibson would lose his job. When I heard that from the person who told me, I said to that person, well, Otis had better resign right now, because I do not think the South African team is good enough to win the World Cup. I did not expect them to play 3 and lose 3, but I didn't see them on paper having as good a team as, say, England or India. And as we know, it's a one-day tournament. Anything can happen in a one-day tournament, but just looking at it realistically, I didn't expect them to win. They can bounce back. They still have 6 games to play, but I don't know about this lose the World Cup, lose your job thing.
All right, thanks so much to Mikey Holding. So South Africa once again with their backs up against the wall, and the West Indies definitely will want to bounce back after that loss to Australia. So I guess we're in for a pretty interesting competition.